global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Yes, it has begun. This is political period where everyone and every political aspirant is permitted to either subtly or directly take a jab at the other person. For a long while, Peter Obi has been known to be not just a gentleman but a peace-loving person and one who have made up his mind not to lose his morals and to always respect elders no matter what he becomes, whether president or not. Well, it looks like Ifeanyi Okowa may have a contrary view about so many things about it as he takes another sweep at him. Let's hope that eventually the tactics Peter Obi is deploying will win more people to him. I pray so actually. But let's find out exactly what Ifeanyi Okowa, the vice presidential candidate of PDP, is saying about his former PDP friend who later decamped to LP over the issue of presidency. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel, click on the red subscribe button, and beside it you see bell notification icon. Go ahead, click on it to get notified. Let's go straight into the news of the day. Well, Ifeanyi Okowa, who happened to be the governor of Delta State, says Peter Obi, presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP, does not have the needed experience to lead Nigeria. Okowa, who is the vice presidential candidate, spoke in an interview while admitting that Obi has experience from being a former governor. He, however, added that it is not deep enough to lead Nigeria. I did not say he won't have any vote. He will have. But what I'm saying is that he's not a new candidate. It has not been long since he left PDP. You know, he was in ABGA before. From ABGA, he came to, that's APGA, he came to PDP. It hasn't been long since he left PDP, so he cannot say anything about PDP because that's where he was before, he said. Some of us are still here, and every party. There are good people and there are also bad people. But today's Nigeria is very troubled, and we need the right person. That is why I'm appealing to our youth, be wise and vote well. They should not be blinded by the concept of a false change because that is how they raved on Jonathan in 2015. That's Obi. His previous experience is not enough for this one, which is the presidency. It will be hard. His experience is not deep enough. Even as a current governor ruling in a time of crisis, I know how hard it is. I even want to learn under Atiku because he has experience with the federal government. The thing is not easy. For them to have handled the economy at that time and made it something better, offering hope, creating jobs, and filtering the society was not easy because it's a bigger thing. So, someone is supposed to learn through that. If you look at Obi's experience, you will know it's small. Speaking on the crisis in PDP, Okowa said Nyesom Wike, governor of Rivers, is his friend and that he is making an effort to reach out to him. I quote him, so we have been talking internally, everything is being settled. You know that when something happens and everybody can't agree, it's settled bit by bit. That is what we are still working on from the inside. We are finding a way to talk, I will say. He's my friend and I'm his friend, and we will find a way to talk, he said. Atiku has said his own version of what happened, and I'm sure that that version he had said is the true position. I'm also not saying that Wike is lying, but if someone carries their anger, it is important to air your views. For us in the party, it's about how to bring everybody together, how all of us can work together. Wike is still a very important member of the party. He has worked so hard for the party as many of us have worked hard too. So pray that everything comes together and we talk. I'm sure very soon we'll be sitting down. The decision of Atiku Abubakar, presidential candidate of the PDP, to name Okowa as his running mate for the 2023 presidential election caused division in the party. Some party stakeholders, including Samuel Otom, governor of Benue, has expressed concerns over Atiku's decision to ignore Wike, who was recommended for the position by the party's National Working Committee (NWC). Wike placed second in the presidential party's primary, which took place sometime in May. But in a recent interview, Atiku said that the panel did not choose Wike and that he did not pick Wike as his running mate because he wanted someone he could work with amicably. Responding to this claim made by the PDP presidential candidate in the interview, Wike accused Atiku of lying, saying he will speak on the matter very soon. All right, you have heard what Okowa said. Yeah, I like the fact that um Peter Obi is a gentleman, but this is some sort of competition, okay? Your selling point, as usual, everybody wants to take a swap and take a jab at him, but I think he should have a thick skin and also have a reasonable response also for each one. And he said, made mention of the fact that Peter Obi may not have a deep experience, okay? But sometimes it's best to look at someone's pedigree to judge how well he will do. He ruled or he governed Anambra State, just like Okowa also governed Delta State. All right, but then again, let's look at his pedigree, his leadership skills and leadership role. He has gone through so many business schools, so many leadership schools. The question is, Okowa and the likes of Atiku Abubakar, how many have they gone? You keep saying the experience is not deep. What does it take for you to go to school, know, learn from other people's economy, and see how things are being done? He has tested leadership. Don't forget also, I think it was one time the chairman of Fidelity Bank, and that is a bank still standing till today, probably till even till tomorrow. And they have a large scale of staff. And apart from that, he has been chairman of so many parastatal. He has headed committees, subcommittees, and he has done well for himself, not only as an individual but as someone who have tasted leadership skills or leadership roles one way or the other. How best would you know if he's deep except he tries the water? For Okowa has admitted that he's still learning and he wants to learn from somebody who was the vice president. In his time, the economy was not this bad. But Peter Obi read economy, as in, that's what he majored on, as in, I'm not talking about his BSc now. All those certificates has gathered here and there. It's all about studying the economy of the world and how to implement it. If there's anybody, based on the caliber of people we have chosen or that have become flag bearers of many political parties in Nigeria, if there's anyone who can fix this economy with due respect without being biased, based on his pedigree, based on his qualification, it should be Peter Obi. Based on his pedigree, his integrity, his qualification, and he keeps learning, he relearns, he unlearn, and learn. How many other people, with due respect to everybody present, how many schools, apart from the ones that the likes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and have attended so many years ago, have they ever had time to update themselves? Of course not. So Peter Obi is more current than most of them. So yes, he may have what it takes to take Nigeria out of the shadows. But let's hope that Nigerians will know, like he rightly said, vote wisely. That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take?